Oh, wow.
Foul.
Got it back.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Franz Wagner. Ivy is out there with Pippen. Then it's Duren. And it's Jaquez in at the 4 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Reed out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then there's Edwards. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 spot. And Greg, with back-to-back games part of the schedule, how do teams feel getting into the latter part of that combo, like tonight?
Well, these games can be especially taxing mentally and physically. At this point, it's a war of attrition and really who can survive the night.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Pippen, the pass to Duren. Over Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Next ball.
Timberwolves on defense. Pass to Ivy. 5 on the clock. Shoots it up. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Here's Fontecchio. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Jaquez. 17 points in his last outing. Pippen, the pass to Duren. The pass to Wagner. It's deflected. We've played just over a minute here in the first. And here's Sexton. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
Jaquez the pass to Ivy. Outside Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Sexton grabs the board.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Nice D from Pippen. Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. At about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Jaquez. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Edwards. Last game he had 28 points. Pass to Fontecchio. Out to Edwards. Here's the triple. The rebound by the Nets.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Reed. After the basket by Brooklyn. Outside, Sexton. And they'll get another chance. And Edwards launches it from deep. Kept alive, Minnesota. Reed misses. Brooklyn leading by 7. Ivy on the wing. And Duren slams it in.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Edwards, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? living up to that first overall hype. He has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
And the first one at the line is good.
Already growing a reputation as one of the game's most notorious trash talkers, Edwards is just having fun out there.
He doesn't get the second one. Brooklyn leading by 8. Passes it to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now, here's Sexton. Last time out, he had 14 points. Pass to Fontecchio. Shoots over Wagner. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Jaquez with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To the middle, here's Reed. Jaquez with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Minnesota has possession after the basket by Brooklyn. Pippen against Sexton. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Fontecchio missing. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Nets. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Now, here's Sexton. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Pass to Fontecchio. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Sexton. Will it go? Pippen knocks it loose.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's Fontecchio with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 16. Fires from deep. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. It's Pippen with a drive. Here's Jaquez. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
Assist goes to
Pippen's got his 5th assist in this one. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Poke loose. Passes to Reed. And Duren slams it in.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Pass to Washington. Now here's Murray. Clock at 6 to end the drought. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Nets leading by 18. Now Ivy. He has 6. He's covered by Washington. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
What a nice job getting up to deny that shot. Washington showing you terrific anticipation on that rejection.
Driving the lane, and it's blocked.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Here's Washington. After the basket by Brooklyn. Out to Edwards. Pocket 4. A three-pointer, no good.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
The pass to Washington. Trying to get open is Murray. Washington, that's good.
Boy, lock into that focus from Washington there. Love the body control, too. Excellent.
Now, here's Ivy. 8 points for him. Here he goes. Shot's good by Whitehead.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to Washington. The dish to Murray. A beautiful reverse layup. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, those are physical points for Murray. Love seeing Keegan mix it up inside.
Ivy dishes to Moore. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And the Nets with possession here. Quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Nets. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Now, here's Ivy. He's got 8. Moore inside. Edwards defending. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Chipped away.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Anthony Edwards. He's putting up about 28 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the night. And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Suns in Phoenix. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Here's Ivy. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Now, here's McDaniel. Guarded closer. Here's Edwards. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Personal foul.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Free throw good, Edwards. Ivy with it. He's got 8. Pass to McLeod. Back to Ivy. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. A stupendous finish in traffic. Edwards got 8.
Not afraid to mix it up down low. Edwards is a big guard, really put together nicely. He's got a great body.
56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right hand shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the 28th pick in the 2020 draft, Clark, Jaden McDaniels has more than outplayed his draft position.
Yeah, you know, there were some question marks year one in college at UW, but you look at him now, hey, length, mobility, skill set, those are things that every team wants and needs.
The first free throw is good.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Wagner's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Ivy. 10 points for him. 40 seconds left to play here in the first. Moore against Edwards. And Moore kicks to Wagner. 4 on the shot clock. Let's go. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Washington. Moore with the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. From deep Washington.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We come back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Timberwolves trail by 15. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Durant. Franz Wagner is out there with Pippen, and it's Moore in at the 2. Valanciunas in the high post. Outside, Sexton. And he's good on the 3 ball. Sexton Sexton's got 5.
Good to see Sexton knock it down from deep. A shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
And stolen by Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And they're in the top third in the league in assists. Oftentimes in possessions, making the extra pass makes all the difference.
And being up there in the top 5 in opponent shooting percentage, that's strong defense. And it isn't because of 1 or 2 lockdown guys. It's the work they do as a unit. Wagner passes to Duran. The shot's good.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line for 1.
What's up?
And that one misses. Clark, these days, especially in the playoffs, any weak link defensively gets exposed.
Yeah, well, you're going against the same opponent. So whatever area that you're weak in, that's going to be exposed. Specialists can get a few more minutes during the regular season, but in the postseason, hey, every possession extremely valuable, and you're trying to have the players on the floor that give you the best chance to win at the highest level.
Timberwolves trail by 14. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Sexton on the wing. And Valanciunas kicks to Sexton. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Pippen. Wagner wide open. They get the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Here's Pippen. 11 points for him in that last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off of him.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Whitehead's checked in for more. And he sinks the second. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Next foul, Pippen. First personal foul, first team foul.
For Minnesota, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
2.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard. And
Sexton drops them both. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 22 is their biggest lead. Whitehead. Pass to Duran. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Shot's good by Duran. Duran's got 12 in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
To the inside. No good that time. Nice D from Valanciunas. Outside, Sexton. There's the pass to Valanciunas. Shoots over Pippen. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Nets leading by 15. Pass to Jaquez. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his 7th assist here tonight.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And here's Reed. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Good.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
So Clark, looking back at the 2021 draft, Franz Wagner, the 8th overall pick.
And, you know, he very well might turn out to be the best of the bunch, Kevin. He's 6'9", really can shoot it. But I think his activity and playmaking, perhaps his best attributes, creates for others as a 6'9" wing guy, and that's valuable for any team.
Fontecchio, he's defended by Wagner.
Wagner takes a lot of pride in trying to make a defensive impact and does a good job contesting the shot there.
Again, the Nets for 2.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Timberwolves trail by 21. Fontecchio passes to Reed. He kicks it to Sexton. Shot to stop the run. Almost, but it rolls out.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Murray's checked in. And checking out some numbers for Anthony Edwards. Passes it to Fontecchio. Shoots over Wagner. And that one's good. Fontecchio.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Here's Whitehead. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. It's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Throws it up high. And the dunk by Reed.
You know, he's not a pass-first point guard, but Sexton's putting the work in, trying to raise the bar as a distributor.
Whitehead passes to Duran. He dishes it to Pippen. Pass to Jaquez. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Duran. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Whitehead. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the muscle of Sexton, outstanding at just working through the contact and finding a way to finish.
Here's Pippen. Backs down the step-back J. Pippen's got 5.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Pass to Fontecchio. Shoots over Wagner. And it's Fontecchio missing.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Pippen kicks to Wagner. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Sexton the pass to Reed. Murray outside. To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Sexton. Brooklyn with the rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Wagner able to bounce to the rack and throw it down, and he'll do so just about any time he has the opportunity.
And that one is good. 11 points for Colin Sexton. Brooklyn leading by 23. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
You know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
The Nets making a switch here. Ivy passes to Wagner. Here's McLeod to the paint. Right block shot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Sexton against Ivy. Got a piece of it. Inside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sexton. And stolen by Sexton. Edwards inside. Feeds it to Sexton. Takes the 13-footer. Edwards dishes to Sexton. Back to Edwards. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris checked in for Brooklyn.
Downward to the lineup for the Nets. Moore.
Nets shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Passes it to Whitehead. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Edwards. Shot from the top of the key. And good. Got a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
Flashing pretty advanced shot creation skills. I see many good defense, better offense moments in the future of Anthony Edwards.
He's covered by Washington. Tries again.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's McLeod.
2 minutes.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. Rebounded by the Nets.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
McDaniels passes to Washington. The pass to Murray. Over Moore. Murray, no good.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Edwards, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Early on, he was just forcing his way to the line. But here in the second period, I think he's kind of taking what the defense gives him instead of initiating things.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
2 shot.
The first one falls.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And Edwards drops them both. There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Ivy up top, defended by Sexton. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Makes it off the glass. And that's 13 points for Colin Sexton.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn did not hesitate to set the pace. They left no stone unturned, bullying their way to a 15-3 shellacking at the start. Their confidence continued as they ended up leading still by a huge margin at the end of one. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They're getting a lot out of their bench, a lot. For the most part, opponents' game plan is to take away the starters. But then, when the second unit comes in and plays with this type of intensity and torches the Nets, you've created a whole new problem for the other team.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
They've been struggling to get shots in general, but down low, they've been paper soft, hate to say it. Giving up way too many easy looks. If they can't protect the rim more effectively in the second half, it's going to be a long ride home.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so, Sexton will bring it up for the Timberwolves. We've got Reed. Colin Sexton is out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Pippen kicks to Wagner. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And finished off by Wagner.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stop.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Edwards. Brooklyn leading by 18. Wagner outside. Pass to Duren. Jaquez the pass to Duren. 6 to shoot. Ivy, no one around him. Drills it from outside. Ivy's got 13.
And you can see Ivy getting better at reading the defense, which allows him to just catch fire.
And it's Sexton penetrating. Some solid defense from Pippen. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The shot by Ivy, no good. Timberwolves trail by 21. Passes it to Valanciunas. Outside, Sexton. Edwards inside. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And it's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
Pass to Duren. Wagner outside. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Edwards on the wing. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Sexton the pass to Valanciunas. And here's Reed. 4 on the clock. Now the pass to Valanciunas. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who can rebound with the big boys. In the 3rd spot, Anthony Edwards.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a 2-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
That's good from Wagner.
No denying the future is certainly bright for Wagner. He's a superb scorer already who also is growing as a passer.
Fontecchio. He's defended by Wagner. And it's Fontecchio missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, without question, the game has changed in recent years. And there's always a debate about which game is better. Hall of Famer Julius Erving said in the 80s, nobody shot three-point shots unless they were down and it was out of desperation. The line was there, but the game was played inside that line. The game was played in the paint, inside out. Kevin, different does not mean better or worse.
I would agree. The game rolls on, doesn't it, David? You've been in this league a long time. The game rolls on. Shot clock at 6. And it's Fontecchio missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
First personal foul. Third team
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And he makes the first.
The first thing people mention about Ivy is that explosiveness. The first step allows him to get downhill and really makes him effective in those ISO situations.
And Ivy drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Minnesota calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points. Third in steals, and they're top 10 in free throw shooting. Always focused on that aspect of the game, not looking to give points away.
And looking again at their steals, they put aggressive defense right at the center of what they do. Their goal all season has been to make opponents as uncomfortable, Greg, as possible. Fontecchio passes to Edwards. Guarded by Pippen from the arc. Edwards can't hit. Nets leading by 23. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Pass to Valanciunas. Defended by Pippen. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Fontecchio. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Third team foul.
And here are the Nets. A big stretch here going 10-2. Outside Pippen. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Pippen's got his third basket of the night right there.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Fontecchio. Traps in the tray. Fontecchio's got 5 points so far.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Duran, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Pippen. Banked in off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Pass to Reed. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Dance, the Timberwolves dance.
And a new group in for the Nets.
All right, a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Moore. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
That 3 off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Here's Edwards. Moore with the block, and he recovers it. Murray. Here's Whitehead. He's got 10. For 3, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And not the tightest D right there, and he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Pass to McDaniels. Ivy defending. Connects from three-point range. Here's Ivy. 17 points in the game. This is to Moore. That's tipped. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 10-footer. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Edwards passes to Washington. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, Washington, a very capable shooter now. And what I like about him is he takes good shots.
Credit where credit is due. P.J. Washington is one hard-working guy on the floor. Isn't he, Greg?
He's got that grittiness to him, Kevin. Values every chance he gets to affect the game. And like you said, he puts a ton of effort into his play.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And there's the pass to McDaniels. With the putback. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got 6 points.
Gritty board and putback for Murray there. Wow.
Moore outside. Pass to Whitehead. Here's McLeod.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Back to Edwards. Uncovered. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Passes it to McLeod.
2 minutes.
With some arc. Yep, it counts. 6 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Down low. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Back to Ivy. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And rising above the D, Jaden Ivey, man, I would have loved to have those type of hops.
Moore against Edwards. Moore outside. Here's Ivy. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That's tipped. Here's Whitehead. McDaniels defending. Murray outside. It's deflected. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Moore inside. Edwards there. Moore left side. Over Edwards. No good from Moore. Edwards passes to Washington. And it's blocked. Now Ivy. Good if it goes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Jaden Ivey making things happen for Brooklyn. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for the Nets. Mobley kicks to Ivy. Pass to LaRavia. Mobley outside. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Anderson's shot is off. Here's LaRavia. He's covered by Richmond. To the left wing. Here's LaRavia. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. LaRavia's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Brooklyn. That's a 2 from Sexton. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's LaRavia. He's covered by Richmond. Here's LaRavia. No good on the three. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Ivy, Minnesota with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
They get a hand on it and stolen by Wright. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. And then on Wednesday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town.
And you know for that matchup with New York, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
He's off on the first. The Nets making a switch here. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. He feeds it to Sexton. Wright looking around. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Anderson. And it's Laravia with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Hackett. And it's Laravia missing. The Timberwolves shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And it's Sexton penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And superb at just finding avenues to the bucket. When Sexton goes strong inside, he is hard to stop.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Give him a hand, man. Your Timberwolves dancer.
And the pass to Laravia. Shoots from 8. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Nets, Laravia. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Sexton kicks to Anderson. The feed to Wright. Mobley with the block. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside, Sexton. Here's Bates Diop. Rebounded by the Nets. Jaquez has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And it's good, 2 points.
Number 18, assisted Jaquez.
Now, here's Sexton. Up top, Wright. He kicks to Richmond. Back to Wright. Outside, Sexton. Just 3 to shoot. Over Mobley. The Timberwolves again can't hit. No one near him. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Wright's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Wright. Over Clark. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And Clark has got the ball here for the Nets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
Minnesota foul. Right. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Clark. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And Brooklyn making a change here. And so Clark nails both of them. Minnesota shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Right side, Sexton. They need this one. Duran pulls it in. The Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Richmond against Clark. right through the D for the layup.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and stolen by Wagner. And here we go, Brooklyn fast break, and the shot is good.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Sexton's got 21 in the game. Clark outside. Defended by Sexton. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And he banks in the layup. He's got 23.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Clark outside, beyond the arc. That shot, no good.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Richmond with the bucket.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Wagner passes to Clark. Wagner outside. Clock at 6. There's the lob to the hoop, and Duran slams it in.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Sexton with it. Passes to Fonjecchio. Kicks it to Richmond. Not loose. There's the three. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Sexton on the wing. And the layup's good off the glass. Sexton's got 25 points in the game.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Clark into the lane. It's blocked. It's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and he comes up with the deuce. Wagner's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And Jalen Duran picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Net substitution. Ivy. Pippen.
Outside, Sexton. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ivy against Edwards. The shot by Ivy, no good. The Timberwolves shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Tries from 16. Edwards can't hit.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot. You can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Oh, and the playmaking playmaking of Ivy on full display.
And it's Sexton penetrating. Pass to Edwards. Outside for Sexton. 5 on the clock. Offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
During the pass to Pippen. A floater. And the layup is up and in. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 assists. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call them.
Maurice checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
That's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
Pippen against Sexton. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Back to McDaniels. To halt the run. Got a piece of it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner on the wing. The Nets working the ball around now. And the basket by McCloud.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Buries it from three-point range.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Craig, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.